Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, depending on where you're located and when you're watching. Well, I'm back for another live stream, and it feels like it's been a while since I've done one of these live streams, and I'm glad to be able to do it. So, we're going to catch up with Mayo, hopefully, a little bit. And as you can see, I'm back at the classroom, the different classroom, back at the so called detention center, as I prefer to call it. And yeah, I'll be here next Sunday as well. So I'll tell you that right early on here. The same place, same time. I don't know about same room. I had trouble getting a room here today because apparently there's a lot going on here for kids. There are going to be a lot of Halloween parties in the accompanying classrooms. And my usual classrooms that I like using, well, there are two of them that I like to use. They're both occupied. There are going to be Halloween parties with kids in here today. So this was the room that was supposedly available. Hopefully there'll be no interruptions, but this is live, so anything can happen. All right. So yeah, it's been a while since I've been doing this. It feels good to do it. It feels good in a way, not so good in another way, because well, we'll get into a little more details as I go on. Haven't been making as many videos as I'd like. This past week, got sick a week ago, and we'll talk a little bit about that. Much better now, but it was food poisoning again. It's incredible. I mean, I've gone like 10, 15 years without a food poisoning situation. And then I had one or in December, and I one now. I've had two in less than a year, the same year. So, all right. I'm wondering if everybody's here because some people posted. It is chilly, yeah. We'll talk about that. Some people posted it a half an hour ago, and I don't know if they're here right now. We'll see. Okay, Matchstick Man says, "Hey Joe, welcome back to the D hole. Looks chilly. It is chilly, and right here, it's a cold day. I told you I don't like the fall and I don't like the winter. I am a summer person and a spring person, and it's a beautiful day. I mean, I got to say one thing: as much as I prefer summer." I do like the fall leaves. I can see out here. You can't see big windows here, right? I'm looking right outside here. Kind of beautiful day out there. A lot of colorful leaves falling. Hello, James Farley. But it is cold here. It is cold. I'm bundled up. There's no heat in here. You know, It's funny. Some of these rooms get heat. Some of them do not get heat. Naturally, they put me in the one where there is no heat because all the other rooms today are being occupied, which kind of sucks. Hello, Elvin. What's going on? Good chilly morning. Rotten chilly morning. Okay. Robbie, hello. Robbie says, "Man, Joe, I don't know what to do every morning without your live streams. I tried other ones and it's not doing it for me." Yeah, the way that I put it, Robbie, is that for the time being, I'm not going to be doing any of those group live streams. This is it, just me. And, I'm going to try to do it every week, not every day, but every week. So I hope you'll join me whenever I can. Sometimes there may be two a week. I haven't decided yet. Sunday mornings and maybe Tuesday evenings. I don't know. I missed last Tuesday because I was sick, and we'll get into that a little bit more. Sorry to anybody who I missed. I might have missed some comments. Of course, I get prepared to do this, and my trusty old mouse isn't working. Battery must be dead. So I got that finger pad nonsense that I'm doing, which I don't really like to do. Yeah, a lot of people talking about Kiddo Tools live stream yesterday. I did not see it, but I noticed that somebody was posing as me in the comments. It was not me. And that's that. Sorry to hear about the food poisoning. Yeah, we'll get into that if I remember. I probably will, knowing me. Hello, Harold. Thank you, Robbie. That's very, very comforting to know. You know, I know you're probably having to repeat this. What happened to your morning live streams? Did you stop doing them? I stopped doing them every day. Yeah, I felt it was getting a little bit too much. It's kind of played out, and I need a rest from them. So I don't want to do live streams every day, uh, every morning. Well, I'll be doing some myself. But as far as the free for all group live stream thing, hey, have people up here with me. I'm taking a little break from that, at least for the rest of the year. And so that's really how I'm leaving that. We're going to see how it goes, or I'm going to see how it goes. How do you do this? See, I can't scroll up without the mouse. There it is. Sorry if I missed anybody, by the way. Hello, Kobe. Very surprised to hear about that Ringo Country concert in Nashville next year. I read that he will do songs from his first country album. I didn't know that. That's news to me, Ronald. That's very good news. That is amazing. Good to have you back. Thank you, Ronald. Good to be back. Hello, Boothroyd. I don't like winter, but I bought a Canada Goose jacket with a fur hood, and it feels like I'm indoors when I wear it. Yeah. Hello, Charlie. Been sick myself, but good to see you out and about. You going to the flea market today? No. I'm here today, not at the flea market. No. If I was going to the flea market, well, it's a legitimate question, but no, I'm not. Hi, Tony, if I didn't do that already. I just finished watching the Talk More Talk discussion on Daytime Revolution. As always, you all had a good, thorough conversation in which you each come up with points that the others didn't say. I'm glad you feel that way. I'm glad. Yeah, we do well, the four of us, with that. We're doing a show tomorrow, plug. Tomorrow evening, live on Talk More Talk, we're going to be discussing the 40th anniversary of the movie. Give my regards to Broad Street, if anybody cares. I know people do not love that movie, but we're going to be talking about that. How is Danny and Don? Well, I saw Don yesterday. Don is still Don. He's the way he always is. And I've been talking to Danny, and Danny is fine. And I want that to be clear. There's no problem. I have no problem with Danny. They were doing fine. We're friendly. Everything's good. I just decided I didn't want to do these anymore. At least not for a while, anyway. At least till the new year. I'll reconsider in the new year if I want to go back to that. But I don't think I do. I also don't think that's not what my channel is about. I'm kind of like trying to feel like, what's my channel really? Well, the channel is really me mostly. And, well, that doesn't mean I'm not going to have guests up. I do. I still will be doing things like Fab Gab. We'll have Beatle discussions, movie discussions. What I'm talking about cutting back on are the so-called free-for-all chats, just like hanging out, anything goes, loose goose, BSing, joking, gag, goofing, that kind of stuff. But as I say, that's how I feel now. I've changed my mind before, and I may change it back again. And right now, I'm trying to let this stick until the new year. All right. Did I say hello to Dino? I'm sorry. I'm forgetting who I even just said here. All right, let's talk a little bit about what happened here with me. All right, last Monday, today's Sunday, last Monday, which is almost a week, not quite a week ago, I had food poisoning again. I got food poisoning last December. Now I got food poisoning again, or had. I hope it's had, past tense. And how did it happen? Well, you all have heard, I'm sure, about the contamination of the boar's head meats, deli meats, cold cuts, right? So I heard about that over the summer. So I have not been eating, not only boar's head, I haven't touched, but I haven't been eating any kind of cold cuts. I figured, screw that. I'm not taking any chances. So I have not been uh, touching any cold cut meat, deli meat, for months. Well, the other day, my girlfriend bought some ham, deli ham, cold cuts. And Monday morning, I had two slices. I think it wasn't Boar's Head; it was some other brand. I won't touch Boar's Head again, even though uh, it's supposed to be better now, whatever. But anyway, I figured, well, it's been a few months. Haven't had cold cuts in a while. Maybe this is blown over. I don't know. So all I did was have two slices of deli ham, rolled them up, ate it, little snack. And later that night, I was puking my brains out. Now, how do I know it's the deli meat? How do I know it's not something else? Well, this was Monday night, by the way, almost a week ago. How do I know? Well, because my girlfriend went to work that day and made herself a ham sandwich. And when she came home from work, she was puking her brains out. So both of us got sick from eating the ham the same day. It was not Boar's Head. I hope it's not listeria. We didn't go to the doctor or anything. We just play out. And that's about it, and that was Monday evening. And my stomach has not felt the same since. Now, I'm not in dire straits today. I do not feel, really ill or anything. I'm much better than I was, say, 6 days ago, 7 days ago, whatever. But my stomach still feels a little upset at times. So not too happy about that. And because of that, I really didn't feel like doing anything. Really didn't feel like making too many videos. I made I think 2 movie videos on my movie channel, Mr. Mayo. But anyway, I don't really know what the brand of I don't know. I would gladly say what the brand of the ham was if I knew, but I don't know what it was, honestly. I just know it was not Boar's Head because she won't buy Boar's Head anymore. Neither will I eat it. But I've decided, just like everything else that gives you food poisoning, I will not eat anymore. I will never eat deli meat again. So there you go. Okay. I add that to my list of other things of food poisoning. But, it is what it is. The good thing about it was, if there's a good angle to being sick, I didn't eat much the past week. I ate very lightly, and that was okay with me. I had maybe a few little eggs, scrambled eggs, a little soup, and a piece of toast. And I've been eating like that, soup, a little bit here and there. I've graduated now a week later to chicken. But that's the only good silver lining about that thing. I've lost 9 pounds since last Sunday. So honestly, that's the good thing that came out of it. Sometimes it's how the deli handles the product. Well, that's the thing, I don't know. I'm guessing that it was just spoiled, that it was there was deli ham that maybe was sitting there for a while. It was a reputable supermarket. It's a good supermarket. And they specialize, in fact, the name of it is Whole Foods. I'll be honest with you. Whole Foods is the name of it. It's very a natural kind of place, so to speak, more or less. But yeah. So there's a good side to it. I'm glad it's made me eat light this whole week. And I'm glad. Yeah, true. Very true. All right, let's see where we're at. If you do a live stream every day, you could suffer burnout. Well, that's what happened to me. Definitely burnout. Yeah. So I'm not doing it every day anymore. Trying to figure this out. I'm sorry. I'm having a trouble scrolling with this finger pad, they call it. There we go. Okay, Eric says maybe another time you could talk all about the 50th anniversary of Walls and Bridges. Are you waiting for a new release before doing a show on it? I haven't thought yet. I have thought about the fact that Walls and Bridges is 50. I was thinking of maybe doing a Fab Gab ranking. Like, let's rank the songs from least favorite to most favorite to least favorite. I thought about doing that. Okay, Eric says during the week I had some what kind of ham is that Sara Lee turkey for my sandwiches and didn't have any problem. Good for you, Eric. That's so glad to hear that. I did, and I will not have more. So there you go. I don't mean be combative. It's just that I'm not having, and besides, cold cuts aren't good for you anyway. So what the hell? But there's less and less to eat now. And the man is saying that it seems like every day now it's like a fashion. It's in fashion. It's in vogue. There would be all kinds of interesting contaminations. They say Burger King now, a quarter pounder, excuse me, McDonald's. You know, I'm not a big fan of McDonald's. I prefer Burger King if I'm going to have any of that stuff. But anyway, the quarter pounder is supposedly contaminated. I've heard eggs got contaminated at one point. I've heard milk. I heard some kind of potato chip dip. It's almost like people are jumping on the bandwagon. Hey, you know what? There's listeria in boar's head meats. Like, but this is what's popular now. Let's come up with other things. It almost feels like that. Of course, I know that's not what they're doing, but I like the Werewolf of Washington. I hated it, and as I said in my review, when I was getting nauseous, it was during watching the Werewolf of Washington on Monday. I watched that on Monday as I was getting nauseous. The more I watched it, the more nauseous I got. Eventually, puking in between the movie. Yeah, that's another thing. There's definitely too much salt. Absolutely, that's 100% true. Yeah. So I try to eat brands that state they use no hormones. Oh, yeah, God, gross. Uh, Hello, Russ. Glad you are feeling better. Thank you. But again, I worry. I mean, I'm not going to go to the doctor. I try not to borrow trouble. Like, I don't think I'm that bad. I'm much better now than I was a week ago. But I don't feel perfect, and I feel very acidy, gassy, and belchy. But I can't pick one right now. Sorry, when you nail me the favorite movie from one year, it's really hard. Just now, my stomach growled like you wouldn't believe, gurgling. All this because of last Monday. Now it says here, according to the Whole Food website, there are many recalls for one market in 2024. I preferred Strippers versus Werewolves over the movie Werewolf of Washington. Well, I think I would say just now. I don't know if you can hear that. My stomach just went roar. I don't know why. And yes, I did have my breakfast. You want to know what it was? An egg sandwich. Guess what they forgot? The ketchup. That's right. Same place. They forgot the damn ketchup. I just heard roar again. That was loud and audible. Yeah, well, the one thing about salt is that I never use salt. I definitely have too much salt in my diet, in my body, etc. But I never use salt. Like I can't remember the last time I took a salt shaker and put it on my food. It had to be 30 years, 40 years. I don't remember the last time I've ever done it. But it doesn't matter because salt is in all our food anyway. Sorry, Dino, I have no answer for this either. I wish I could, I can't like single out one least favorite pop album. You're trying. I appreciate you trying, but yeah, well, what happened this time was they have a refrigerator here. You have like a cafeteria, a refrigerator here. And I went and I got the damn ketchup. And this time I put ketchup on my eggs, but they didn't, at the deli. And what gets me is that when I went to the deli this morning, the last time I went there, they put ham on it, even though I didn't ask for ham. Well, in light of the recent events with the ham. I made sure I told him. So I walk in, the guy goes, ham, egg, and cheese? And I said, no, hold on, no ham. I don't know where you even got that from. I said, egg and cheese and ketchup. I said, okay, no ham, I told him. No meat. I said, just egg and cheese and ketchup. I get the thing. There was no ham on it, thank God. But there was no ketchup on it either. English DJ on UK radio this morning celebrating 70 years of Godzilla. Yeah, that's what I like, Godzilla. He's my man. Oh, he's one of them. Hey, Penny Lane. Good morning. What's going on? 59 days till Christmas. Ugh. I'm still not ready to discuss Christmas yet. Not until after Thanksgiving. We can discuss Christmas here all you like after Thanksgiving. Does anybody know if the Yankees lost last night? Tell me they lost, will you please? I was so happy that they lost the first game of the World Series to the Dodgers, So I enjoyed the Werewolf of Washington on my phone. Oh, yeah, I'm glad some people, I don't even know, like, that movie channel. I'm trying, folks. Nobody gives a damn about my movie channel. I'm trying. But the Yanks lost last night. Fantabulous. Folks need to catch up on the ketchup. I don't know. Least favorite. Oh, God. I'm sorry, Dino. Don't get mad at me, but I really don't know what to say. Some people say that eggs shouldn't have ketchup, but I don't know what their problem is. I like ketchup on a lot of things, even hot dogs. Well, when it comes to hot dogs, I prefer mustard, but I still can have ketchup on them. I'm fine with that, but man, this is tough here, folks. Hold on. It's tough. Hold on. Hello, Lila. What's your memories of Live Aid? I do have memories of that. I had 2 VCRs going. I had 2 television sets and 2 VCRs with tapes in there because different, as I remember it, different channels were showing different performance bits. So to get everything, I kind of recorded 2 at the same time. And I at the end, I had like 5 VHS tapes, which is about 10 hours worth of programming. I no longer have those tapes, but I remember being excited about it. And I remember, being like upset when Paul McCartney's mic cut out during Let It Be. It's funny, back then we wanted to hear Paul live doing Let It Be. Now he's done it to death so many times. It's like, no more Let It Be, no more Hey Jude. But there was a time when we really wanted to hear these things. And I remember loving, what I remember loving one of the best performances, George Thorogood. I remember loving George Thorogood doing the song The Sky is Crying. Really good blues song, classic. That's why I enjoy European food. It's more natural, less salt than what we get in North America. Yeah. All right, let's try to catch up here. Occasionally, I like corned beef hash, but it has a ton of salt, and even the low sodium variety has too much. Well, see, I don't have that all the time, but once in a while, I'll go to a diner for breakfast, and I'll have corned beef hash and eggs. I like corned beef hash and fried eggs over the top. Ultraman, I've heard of Ultraman. I'm not familiar. I remember as a kid watching Reggie Jackson smash 3 home runs against the Dodgers. Yeah, I remember that too. I didn't know it was the Dodgers, but I do remember him hitting all those home runs. I love this. James. Hey, Dino, you're a good guy. I just don't have anything to answer. That's funny. That's good humor. I put both mustard and ketchup on hot dogs or barbecue sauce instead of ketchup. Being from the South, I like, is it picante sauce? with my eggs. Yeah, Joe, MTV was live. Channel 5 had Grace Slick hosting. Channel 7 had a recap show of England at night. There was a Beatle Fest that day, too. Which day was that? Corned beef hash is the shite. My daughter, when she was little, called it dog food. Yeah, I could see that. I could see that. Yeah, folks, like I said, my stomach, when I say stomach, I don't just mean stomach. I also mean intestines. My intestines and my stomach still a little like, really, man. I don't understand it. Last December, right around Christmas time, I got food poisoning from White Castles. Never had White Castles ever since. Never will. I think it was bad onions. And that's just the way it is, You get sick from something, Get sick from something, you tend not to eat it. See any more horror movies? Yes, I have. I've been watching quite a few horror movies. Yeah. I watched I Walked with a Zombie, which I've seen before, and Hansel and Gretel. Nobody gives a damn, but Hansel and Gretel, yeah. When the Who started their Live Aid performance, Roger Daltrey got to "Why Don't You All Fade Away." The radio transmission cut off. For a moment, I thought he was emphasizing the F in fade. Martha Quinn was a real cutie, I'll tell you that, even if whether she's at Beatle Fest or not. I have not heard anything about the Mind Games meditation mix coming on CD. Quite frankly, I'm not really interested in it. I haven't even played it. I'm just not interested. I put hot sauce on eggs and pretty much everything. So do I. But well, not everything, but a lot of things. However, these days I'm staying away from the hot sauce because of my present condition. Yeah, salt. Like I say, I never use salt. Exactly. E. coli burgers at McDonald's. Absolutely. Funny the timing of it. It's like, they had the former president at McDonald's, and now all of a sudden McDonald's is full of E. coli. It's like, come on, man. I really wonder sometimes about some of this stuff. Hot sauce is good in soup. In your flea market video, you stated sometime you don't or can't buy anything because you're filming one-handed. Ever thought of getting a strapped head, body cam, so you can concentrate on your sifting? Very good question. I've never really seriously considered it, but it would be a good idea. Don't they call it a GoPro? I think they call it GoPro. You wear it around your head, Man, I got the belches, folks. I'm gonna belch. It's really fun. I did not see the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame inductions. I don't even know who's in this time. Good morning, Tom. What's up? Did I hear about the latest HMS release, London Town? Yes, I did. You're talking about the CDs, all right, aren't you? I have not been following the CDs. I don't want to disappoint too many people out there who've been following me for any length of time, but I'm just not buying a lot. I'm just not interested in there's a lot of changes, a lot of things that I'm changing a lot. And gradually I'll probably be making videos about it. But I have heard about the CD and all these CDs, and I'm just not buying them. I've been selling a lot of vinyl. I've been selling the McCartney half-speed masters that I recently bought with the Obi strips. I've sold colored wax, so a lot of colored vinyl. Not all of it, but some of it. It's just what I'm at that point in life now, I think. And I'll make more videos about these things if I really continue to feel this way. It's amazing. I've just become, like, for example, right here. No, I did not Did not buy the white vinyl of A Hard Day's Night, and I have no interest in it. You cannot have everything. You just cannot afford I cannot afford everything. I don't have the space for everything. And I'm older now, so I've come to the realization I'm never going to be using or listening to everything. So put all those things together, and it's like, you have to really be selective. And that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to be selective about things, and I am. There you go. A little Queen news for the Queen fans. Got a chuckle when Townsend fell on his arse while trying to kick the mic stand during their Live Aid set. I didn't even know about that. So there you go. I got my Hard Day's Night white vinyl coming in whenever soon. It's just I'm just not into it anymore. Just like that. And but I want everybody to know, as I've said, you probably heard this repeated many times, but I will still be collecting. I still will be buying things. I still will be adding to my collection and showing you things that I get as I get them. I'm just not going to get everything, Well, I never really got everything. I didn't buy the Egypt Station suitcase. I didn't buy the George Harrison Dark Horse albums on the new labels. I didn't, it goes on and on and on. But I didn't buy George Harrison, All Things Must Grass. There's lots of stuff, Good for you. I told you years ago that it's easier moving 10 boxes of CDs memorabilia than 100 boxes of albums and memorabilia. Yes, absolutely. I mean, I can't even tell you some of the things. Like I have a display, for example. I have a Beatles display in my living room on the side. I may throw it in a dumpster. It's not an original. It's not valuable. It's not valuable. It's not original from the 60s. It's a 2014 Beatles 50th anniversary the American album's 50th anniversary in 2014, I think it was. I mean, I'll give it to a store or something if I can, but I don't feel like dragging it, put it in my car, put it to the store, bringing it to the store. People may be shocked by this, some people. And like I say, I don't want people to, like, if people have been following me faithfully, to say, well, I'm done with this guy. This guy's not going to collect every little thing anymore. I'm done. That's just not the way I'm going to roll anymore, for a lot of reasons. But what are your thoughts on the McCartney Archives series? I love the archives. Now, the archives I love, and I still want them, and I still want them to come out with the new ones. I'm not giving up hope. A lot of people have given up hope. They think they're not going to be anymore. They discontinued the series because it's been so long since they put a new one out. But I'm keeping the faith. I'm not the most optimistic person all the time, but I definitely am optimistic that I do think they're going to put more out. They're going to at least do London Town and Back to the Egg, at least. Then after that, we'll see where they go. But I can't imagine them not finishing up the 70s Wings albums for the archives. I can't imagine them not doing that. It's kind of cold in here, and it just, there's no heat whatsoever coming up. There was, there's no thermostat in this particular room. There's a thermostat in the room next door, and it was turned up when I got here, but it's not doing anything. It's cold in here. And think about it, this is only October. Imagine me sitting here in February, January. So thanks, everybody, for watching, everybody that's here. I appreciate you all keeping up with me. There's a lot of things I've been feeling lately. As you see, I haven't made as many videos lately. Well, it hasn't been that much that I've wanted to make videos on. No topics, really. I know the George Harrison Living in the Material World deluxe set will be coming out. I'm buying that. And I'll be getting that in, I guess, a couple of weeks. Well, maybe 3 weeks. I think it's about 3 weeks away, maybe, something like that. Close to it. But Well, I definitely don't hate you at all, Dino. But what I hate about you, I don't like all the well. Some of the questions I just I can't ask. I mean, can't answer. You know, the Doors album is going to have some remixed releases starting next year. Yep, yep, yep. I'm with you, Joe. At 74, how much more do I need? Is the same music? The cold room, I'm sure, isn't helping you feel better, right? But as far as the music, I'm 62, and the reality is, I've reached the age where I realize I'm not going to be here all that long to justify getting a lot of stuff that I'm not going to be bothering with. And a lot of people listen and say, "Oh, well, congratulations, you finally grown up." You know, other people be disappointed. But hold on, because like I say, I have it in my blood to collect and enjoy, and I still will, definitely will. I'm just not going to be doing everything, or and again, I never did everything, but a lot of things I did. Much more picky. That's all. How have you filled your mornings not doing your live streams? Well, I'm not really doing anything specific. I don't know, you know. But I do. I would like, as time goes by, to think I'm going to spend that time maybe watching a movie early in the morning, or maybe listening to some records, music that I have here that I haven't listened to yet, and doing more of those so-called first-time spins videos. You know, the series where I listen to music I haven't heard before, and after I listen to a few albums, make a video about it. That's what I'm hoping to do. Um, Netflix is doing an Elvis documentary called Return of the King. There you go. And yes, indeed, you're correct. Dark Horse album and Ringo's Goodnight Vienna also 50 this year. There's an unofficial Blu-ray of Paul's concert in Argentina early this month. Now and Then was definitely the highlight. Well, I'm sure I could understand that. I mean, it really was thrilling for me to I didn't see him in person, but to see the videos of him doing it. What do you think of the Vampire Brotherhood franchise? I'm not sure what that is, honestly. Any words on the melody restriction on Rachel's channel? I did hear about that. The only thing I could say to that is that it's her channel. Um, you know, I know what it's like to have a channel and to have like things you want to do, or you know, choices or preferences, non-preferences, whatever. But I feel sorry for Melody. You know, he's a good guy, and that doesn't mean that Rachel doesn't think he's a good guy. She does. You know, she's made it clear. You know, it's not anything to do with him. He's a great guy. But anyway, that's not for me to say. I understand both sides of it. I understand her dilemma, and I understand probably the feelings that Melody has about that. Having more perspective at 62, does that mean that there's a 3x3 equals ninth anniversary release of McCartney 3 in 9 different colors that you might not buy all those? Exactly. Well, I had almost all of the McCartney 3 colored vinyl, and I recently sold them all, except for a few. I saved a few colors, but most of them, well, three-quarters of them I sold. All right. And as far as the McCartney 3, when you talk about the 3x3, keep in mind, I did not buy those, and I would never have bought them. The McCartney Capital actually sent me those for free. They sent me the 3x3 anniversary. Well, I'm talking about the 3-year anniversary one. I'm not going to buy any more, you know. But and again, it doesn't mean I'm not going to buy anything. It doesn't mean I'm being a hypocrite if you see me buy something. I've still said I may buy the blue version of Meet the Beatles that's supposed to be coming out next month. I may buy that one. I'm just going to be selective. Um, First time spins sounds like good content. Yeah, I already have a series on it if you want to look it up. Look at the playlist. There's something called First Time Spins in there. Yeah, I used to do some Elvis album reviews. Yeah, I did. I saw Joe from the record store yesterday. He seems to be doing good. Looks like he gained some weight back to me. He looks good, I thought. Everything okay with Mike? Oh, hold on. Everything okay with Mikey Arugula? How's Don in the shop? Yeah, well, Don's fine. I saw him yesterday, and Bazooka Joe looked pretty good yesterday. I saw him too. And Mikey Arugula, I've been in texting him back and forth. We were supposed to get together this past week. Was to get together to do another video, but I had to cancel because I wasn't feeling good from the food poisoning still. So we're going to try to get that going in a week or two. I'm supposed to see him in a week or two. Let's see. Is there anyone you have seen live that you don't care to ever see again? I'm trying to think. I saw Bob Dylan twice. I'm a Dylan fan. Well, the thing is, though, I saw Bob Dylan in 1989, and he was awful. So he was terrible. And then I but I gave him another chance in 2013, and he was good, much better. So I didn't like him in '89. I didn't like him then. Liked him better in 2013. But anyway, I don't think I'd see him again. I think I'm okay with that. Let's see. Do you think McCartney is padding his sales numbers by making multiple variations of the same album? I do. I do. Absolutely. And I've thought about that. And, he's trying to get a number one that way. And I don't know whether it's Paul McCartney himself or his record company on behalf of him. I don't know what it is. But I think that McCartney, whether it was McCartney's idea or not, I think that he still has the authority to tell his record company, "Look, I don't like this. I don't want to do this." So if he's not doing it himself, he's not exactly protesting. That's my feeling on it, and I really think that was the idea. Well, there's a play area outside, and there are some kids playing outside here. That's what you heard, I think. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. It means a lot. Thank you. No, somebody asked me about this earlier. I don't even know who was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Can you give me a heads up of some of the people anyway, if not all? Is there anybody you have not seen live and would like to? Well, I could name a few, and unfortunately, I feel like it's too late. Like Billy Joel, I would have liked to have seen. I had plenty of opportunities, God knows, and I never went to see him. The only time I saw Billy Joel was in 2017 when he was a guest. He just popped in at McCartney's concert on Long Island. That was the only time I saw Billy Joel. I also always wanted to see Stevie Nicks, and I feel like I had plenty of opportunities to see Stevie Nicks, never did, and now I feel that she's a little over the hill with that, so I kind of waited too long. I always wanted to see Fleetwood Mac when Christine McVie, Lindsey Buckingham, and Stevie were there. I never did it. Those are regrets, Guessing some future buys, London Town and back to the 8 box sets, etc., etc., etc. Gotcha. Good morning, Gary. Lousy flea market this morning. I did come away with a near mint Meet the Beatles. Yeah, I'm sorry, Gary, but I don't think that's the best place. I know we talked about this a little bit, but if you find good things, fantastic. I still think Infinity is a better bet. It depends. Well, then again, it depends what you're looking for, But you came away here with a near mint Meet the Beatles, and that's not a bad thing. uh, okay, Peter Frampton and Foreigner were inducted. Okay, I'm okay with that. Hold on? Would you like to see Ringo or Paul live one more time? I don't know. I guess when the question was asked, who you done seeing live, I really don't know. I would see Ringo again. Ringo's always fine. And Paul, I don't know. I have mixed feelings about Paul because I keep saying his voice, his voice, his voice. But I remember seeing him many times from say 2005 to 2022, and I've enjoyed the show every time. So I think that I can't say never with Paul again. I can't say that because I've said it before and I've gone and I've enjoyed myself. So yeah, I saw Bruce Springsteen only when he was with Paul the last time in 2022. I don't really like him. I'm not a Springsteen fan at all. But there are a few songs I do like, and I'm glad that he did "Glory Days" with Paul, which is one of my favorite songs of his. If I'm going to have to pick any. Uh, okay, Mary J. Blige was one of the inductees. If somebody mentioned "Let It Be," the movie "Let It Be," I haven't heard anything about either one. No, haven't heard anything about One Hand Clapping coming to Blu-ray. I haven't heard anything about Let It Be coming. How about sometime a New York City Octagon box set, ultraviolet newspaper map of the subway system? Well, I want that album to come out with the deluxe treatment. It deserves it, and it's underrated. It is not John Lennon's best work, not by a long shot, but I like it. Yeah, you saw Peter Frampton with the All-Star Band. Yeah, that particular version of the All-Star Band, I think I missed. I saw most of them, a lot of them. Gary says Grand Funk should be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I have no problem with that. Am I going to Nashville for the Ringo shows in January? No. But I like what I heard. I heard earlier he actually may be doing songs from his 1970 country album, Bukus of Blues. I think this is pretty amazing if he's going to go there and actually do some solo songs instead of just doing Beatles songs. And if he's going to do songs from his upcoming country album, that's pretty good. Even with his voice unsteady, Paul is still one of the greatest showmen of all. So I'm sure that every concert he does in the future will be very entertaining. Yeah. Well, let's say, you go in to see the legend, the icon, you know. Elvis's voice changed and he had the music in a lower key and backup singer for the high notes. I think Paul does do that, I think he does do that. Humble Pie Smoking album from Analog Productions reissued. I would like to see a Rupert and the Bear box set with the original book with the yellow scarf. Okay, Gary's going to vote. Okay, Gary, that's the spirit. Have a good one, man. I'll talk to you. I'll say this, if Paul keeps coming around, I'll keep going. Once he starts off with a Beatles classic, it brings back all the memories. Well, that's the thing, too. You're not going there so much to hear audibly Paul at his peak, obviously. But you're going there to be immersed in the presence of greatness is what you're doing. And you're either in and aboard for the ride, or you're not aboard for the ride. You have to make that decision. Some people just won't have anything to do with it because he doesn't sound like he did, in the past. And that's your decision. Yes, there are some good songs on Sometime in New York City. I think if they do a box set, they should include the one-to-one concert tapes. I agree with you. I think the whole concert, I think that eventually they'll get, I believe they'll get around eventually to finding a way to release sometime in New York City, a deluxe edition with a box or something. And I believe that the one-to-one concert from 72 should be included as an incentive for people to buy the box, and it should be only included in the box. I know that's not what people are going to go, oh, they're going to scoff, but that would help sell the box more from a marketing perspective. Ozzy Osbourne was inducted. You mean I would have thought that Ozzy had been in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame a long time ago. Hi, Joe. Can you say, "Oh boy, you had a busy day," as Felix? Now, let me try to do that, and then I'll play the real one. Oh boy, you had a busy day. Big deal. How was that?
Oh boy, you had a busy day. Big deal.
Well, you can hear now the kids' party's going on, and you're going to hear a lot of background noise here. Oh, yeah. If you never saw The Odd Couple on the game show, that is fantastic. That's one of the best clips of The Odd Couple. If you don't know The Odd Couple, at least go out and watch that clip, The Odd Couple password episode. Would I like to see Ringo and Paul do a Beatles reunion tour? Well, first of all, you're going right the wrong direction by calling it a Beatles reunion. And that's one of the reasons why I don't think it'll ever happen. I don't think it'll ever happen. For all these decades, the Beatles never reunited, right? They never reunited when John was alive and George was alive. And, they used to say, why not get together with the sons? Like, why not have Julian step in for John, or Danny step in for George? And now we're saying, let's have Ringo and Paul do a Beatles reunion concert. Never. I'd never want to see that happen. But if it did happen, hopefully they would do it. Hopefully they would do it right. Hopefully they would do it the right way. Make it just, Paul and Ringo on tour, the Paul and Ringo show, But I would be I think they'd feel insulted to people to want them to do that, honestly. But if they did, I'd enjoy it. I'd make the best of it. If there are still issues with the Zappa state about the live part, then I hope they'll release a one-to-one box set apart from some time. Well, I don't know if the Frank Zappa reason is because the big problem with that. It could be. But there's a lot of reasons why. The other one is because of the song with the N-word in it, and there's probably other reasons. Nobody's ever come out and said exactly what the problem is. All it's been is speculation. Nobody knows exactly what the problem is. This speculation. And I say to hell with the live album, man. Just put the damn studio out. All right. That's about my Felix Unger impersonation, right? And I think that's what Tom's laughing about, too. Yeah. Paul's 75-76 World Tour was his best first tour. So the energy, and he only did a smattering of Beatles. He concentrated on his solo songs. Aristophanes. Ridiculous. All right. Do Fred Sanford. Oh, come on. Hey, what's going on, you big dummy? Come on there. I think my favorite moment in The Odd Couple is when Felix finds out Oscar's wearing a clip-on tie and a cardboard handkerchief to password. I laugh hard every time I see that. It is funny. I am really cold. This is such bull. Being stuck in here without any heat. But at least I'm here with all you. Gonna have to wear my winter coat in here from now on. Maybe some gloves too. And it doesn't help matters any that I'm choosing to sit right by the window. There were windows right here. Okay, the windows are right here. I'm looking right outside. That's funny. Yeah, you got to know the show to appreciate, to laugh and appreciate these things. If Paul and Van can do I've Got a Feeling with John, why not Paul and Ringo with George and John on the screens? Because people think of it as a Beatles reunion, and they don't want it to be a Beatles reunion, I guess. I don't really I don't I'm not that familiar with Sanford and Son, the episodes, but I do remember something about a coffin episode vaguely, but I'm not really familiar with it enough. I think it was in the first season, maybe second season, first or second. The Beatles were always about making new music, so it never would have been good for them to do a nostalgia show. When all four were alive, it would have been best for them to reunite by making new music. I'm thinking maybe I bought like a roll of Tums. This is a Tums roll. I'm thinking of maybe trying one soon. I am absolutely thrilled. I am ecstatic that the Yankees lost. I love it. Yeah, 10 more years, if that. None of the groups we grew up with will be around anymore. Yeah, 10 years at the most. 10 years at the most. But could be less than 10 years. And, we're all very lucky that our favorite bands and rock stars have been around, a lot of them, as long as they have. We're blessed and lucky that Paul McCartney's still out doing what he does, and Ringo, and the Stones, and all these people. I'm surprised you didn't pick up that Outer Limits DVD set from the flea market. There's a good reason for that. It wasn't a DVD; it was VHS tapes. Yeah, if it was a DVD set, I would have taken a chance. Everybody tells me that I really should see the Outer Limits because it's good. I never seen it, but I'm not gonna VHS. I can't. I got you. Keith Richards will be around in another 10 years. Could be. I don't know. Don't be so sure. Isn't it hard to believe The Odd Couple flopped every season? People didn't discover it until the late 70s and through the 80s where it exploded. Well, I don't know about, look, I was there. I saw The Odd Couple when it first aired, first time. I can't believe it flopped, but I don't think it was really the late 70s. It was maybe it was the late 70s, right? But yeah, that's where it really picked up its life, was in syndication. Same thing with Star Trek, right? Star Trek didn't do well either. And the Honeymooners didn't do that well either. The Honeymooners, Classic 39, believe it or not. Why do you not like the Yankees? They haven't won since 2009. And let's keep it that way, Harold. Let's keep it that way. I hate the Yankees. I just hate them because, they're the Mets' New York rivals. I don't like them. Did you get the new Luca Perazzi book, The Beatles After the Beatles 70 to 80? No, I didn't. I just finally got this book, Lennonology. Chip Manninger, I got a copy of that. Well, I should know the answer to this. Was it a Norman Lear show? I don't think so. I don't even know. It's no, that's not true. There's a reason why. I forget why it was. It did flop every single season. It was a flop every season, and I forget the reason why. They've talked about this before. Tony Randall and Jack Klugman talked about it. The only reason they kept doing it was because I don't know if it was because there was a reason for it. There was a reason why they kept making it, even though it was flopping. And I can't remember the reason, but there was an explanation for it. And Esther says, I have wonderful news. And Fred says, don't tell me you won the King Kong lookalike contest. Funny stuff. I read Jack Klugman's autobiography. He said that each season they were going to cancel the Odd Couple, and then it would pick up ratings in summer reruns. Maybe that's why it was. There you go. Wow, folks, man. Still got this upset freaking lower intestinal stuff going on. Who knows? Maybe I got listeria. I'm saying that as a joke. You know. But anyway. I read, we just had that here. If this is Christina, hello. If it's not, good try. After you pointed out how funny Lily is when she says her famous lines like, the last time Herman did with a straight face, I can't stop laughing. She really was great at delivering lines. Absolutely. I've been watching a lot of the Munsters, and she's really good at that. Yeah, It's a Wonderful Life is another one. Okay, we're going to give a description of your husband. We need a description of your husband, please. We'll start with the eyes, a 2. There wasn't room for any more. And then it's like, all right. The Odd Couple was always up against other very popular shows, so it had low ratings. Then in the summer, people who had watched all those other shows would watch The Odd Couple. Maybe that's what it was. I'm going to try a little Tums here or so. Would you mind if I'm applying for a job and I don't want my husband to know? So would you mind if I use my maiden name to apply? Why, sure, ma'am, you could do that. What is your maiden name? Dracula. I'm going to have a Tums. Yeah, this isn't very good. Peppermint Tums. Your husband's weight, please. 3 spins. 3 spins? Yes. Well, you know the little dial on the scale? When he steps on it, it goes around 3 times. Height, 7'3". Okay. I saw The Odd Couple was on Friday, which was when people were out to dinner, bowling, etc. Not for this kid. Friday nights, 9:30. Absolutely, The Odd Couple. Don't forget the great lineup. 8 o'clock, The Brady Bunch. 8:30, The Partridge Family. 9 o'clock, Room 222. 9:30, The Odd Couple. 10 o'clock, Love American Style. Wonderful times. Psycho Splatters, what's going on, Paul? I have goofy hours for work this past week. Same for this week also. Ugh. It's a Wonderful Life fell out of copyright, so TV stations could show it, and it could be released by every video company. Alrighty. Yeah, I didn't realize when I bought these Tums, it's peppermint Tums. Yeah. And Tony Randall was on an early episode of Love American Style. I think everybody was, you know. I read that Fred Gwynn would start overheating in his Herman Munster costume, so he had hidden vents in the outfit so he didn't get too hot. Yeah, that was really murder. That he went through a lot. Herman, Fred Gwynn, that's Herman. I don't think Fred Gwynn would appreciate me calling him Herman. Sorry, Fred. He had a real problem with being called Herman Munster. You know what I'm doing right this second, folks? I'm trying to drink in the beauty. Ah, what a beautiful, beautiful. Beautiful day, beautiful blue sky. You can't see it. Take my word for it. Okay, Elliot. Hello, Elliot. I'd imagine you know about it, which I do. But did you see the trailer for the new biopic on Brian Epstein? Any thoughts? What I think is that the trailer looks ridiculous to me. I don't like what I've seen. I've seen the trailer and I've seen one little scene in the recording studio, and I don't like it, what I'm seeing, but I'm going to reserve full judgment, obviously, until I see the finished product. Film is called Midas Man. I have to agree with you. Fred Gwynn was hilarious in My Cousin Vinny. He really was one of the best things he ever did as the judge. I know the two Utes. What is a Ute? Well, first of all, Your Honor, the two Utes, excuse me, what is a Ute? Excuse me, Your Honor, the two youths. Have you seen Alfred Hitchcock Presents episode with Tony Randall, The Hangover? It's such a different role for him. I don't watch a lot of Alfred Hitchcock Presents either. Isn't that something? Yeah, I do not like the portrayal of John that I've seen so far. It's too short for John. Doesn't make me think of John. What's the degrees there? It's 48 here. It says 49 degrees on my computer right now. Favorite Beatles biopic, probably Backbeat. Even though I don't think they're really great, I don't think any of them are really great, but funny stuff. I read that. Yeah, the Bob Dylan biopic, which I really do want to see, called A Complete Unknown. That comes out on Christmas Day. Christmas Day. Are you serious? Of all days to have that out? Christmas Day, I'll probably be in Maine or somewhere with family. I saw that Hitchcock show with Randall, and it was a strong, dramatic performance. There you go. Billy Joel said no one took the Beatles seriously until Sinatra did. Yeah, it's true. I know at the first they thought the Beatles were a big joke. I realize that. Okay, I watched Psycho last night, a perfect film. Very good film. Hello, Michael. What's the good word? Good to see you. Good to be back here. Again, folks, I'm going to say at this point, if you missed it, I'll be doing this again from this place. I don't know if I'm going to be in the same exact room, but I will be here again next Sunday by myself at this particular time, about either 9 a.m. or 9:30 a.m. Eastern, one or the other. 67 degrees right now in Augusta, Georgia. High of 76 today. Perfect weather. There you go. I can totally see how the Beatles seem like a fad, but they continue to mature, and that's their legacy. as I say, obviously it makes sense that they thought the Beatles were going to disappear, but of course the music uh, speaks for itself. 49 degrees is cold. I'm not ready for winter at all. I would rather have summer. Definitely. Definitely. I usually can't whistle very good. I'm doing pretty good this time. All right. Thank you for joining me here today, people. I appreciate it. To give me a little bit of a break for me not feeling great, I appreciate it. Doing better than I was for sure a week ago, but I'm in a school classroom. All I know is I saw a Help album that was obviously not their real signatures. I hope that wasn't the one that sold. Thank you very much. I feel much better today than I did Monday, but not perfect. Yeah. When I was a kid, I read through a joke book from about 64 or 65 with a joke about someone wanting to buy a special stereo to hear the Beatles sing, but the Beatles can't sing. Yeah, I know. People thought they couldn't sing, yada, yada. I know. Yeah, the empty shelves here. Well, there's some classrooms in here where they just use them for like meetings and things like there's no, you know, I don't know, there's no real class stuff going on. It's weird to think Jason with the hockey mask didn't appear until part three. Well, I went to see, I saw Friday the 13th part two, and I saw every Friday the 13th movie in the theater when it premiered, except for the original. But from two all the way to the present, I've seen them in the theater. Now, when part three came out, that wasn't a surprise. Nobody expected that to happen. There was nothing weird about it in real time. There was nothing weird about it. It was just something that occurred, you know, nothing weird about it. Am I going to do a movie chat this week? Well, I hope so, Harold, because I was supposed to do a movie chat. I was going to do a movie chat this past Thursday, but again, because all week I was not feeling good because of my stomach issues, I skipped it on Thursday. I hope if I do it, it'll probably be Thursday. But all I could say is just keep looking at my channels. And if you're not, and I'll put this here again for what it's worth. Please subscribe to the movie channel, Mr. Mayo. And that'll tell you, I'll have some kind of an ad up there, thumbnail telling you when and where, that kind of thing. If I have the movie chat, which I probably will. Ironic that people would say they couldn't sing because one of the noteworthy characteristics of the Beatles that they sang very well with great harmonies. I know, isn't that ridiculous? In Friday the 13th, part one, Jason wasn't the killer, and in number part two, he wore a sack over his head. Then in part three, he found the hockey mask. I enjoy your movie chats with Tim Allen and Tom Hanyadai. Sorry if I misspelled the name. Yeah, kind of. That's all right. Can you promise me you'll watch The Hateful Eight before I die? Oh boy, I hope you live a long, long, long time. I hope there's so many things that movies that people want me to see, and that I really have to see. Yeah, I don't know what the delay. I hear it's a very long movie, and I hear that it takes place all in one room or something. I don't know, but still, I hear it very good. I heard The Hateful Eight is quite good, and I do like Tarantino, so I don't know what I'm waiting for. Room 222 was a great show. By the way, Odd Couple went up against NBC Friday Night Movie. Back then, a movie like Planet of the Apes would outdraw any sitcoms. Exactly. How about an 8th anniversary box set of the Hateful Eight soundtrack? Joe, piling on, I think you would really enjoy the Hateful Eight. I think I would. Imagine Reservoir Dogs and Django Unchained in a blender. If that sounds cool to you, try it. Yeah. Which Halloween movie is your favorite? Out of the Halloween series? Wow, I never really, I never thought of that. It's not the original, I don't think. Well, I'll put it this way: my favorite Halloween movies of the series are, I'll say the original with it. The original, Halloween 2, and Halloween H2O. Those are my favorite three. Halloween 2, and Halloween H2O. In some ways, Halloween 2 is my favorite, believe it or not. I went to the movie theater to see Halloween 2. Thursday is Halloween, so if you do a movie chat, who played the devil in films, TV, the best, huh? Oh. How about Al Pacino, the devil's advocate? You never really know. I always say that Abbott and Costello Meet Frankenstein is my go-to Halloween movie for Halloween night. It has all the monsters I love in it. It has Frankenstein monster, the Wolfman, and Dracula in it. Those are my three favorite monsters, and it's a very festive, fun-filled kind of romp for Halloween. Hello, Tanner. What's going on? Just got tickets the other day to see Ringo at the Ryman. Really excited for this show. Have fun. The Scream series, I only saw two of them. I saw the first Scream movie, and I didn't see any other ones. I saw one other. I saw one other one. I meant to say, I don't remember which one it was. Might have been Scream 2. I don't know. Room 222 was a good show. Michael Constantine played the principal. Karen Valentine was cute. I had an opportunity yesterday and today, to go to the Chiller Theater Convention in New Jersey and meet the cast of, not everybody, some people are dead, but there are cast members from Room 222 there, among many. We have like 100 guests. And Karen Valentine was there, but I didn't go. I've never seen Mad Monster Party and ordered the Blu-ray after you were talking about it on the chat a couple of weeks ago. It's Mad Monster Party is fun, I suppose, but it's a little too long, and it could have been better. It's a little over long and could have been a little better. But I tell you, that's a movie I sometimes like to watch for Halloween. Mad Monster Party. Anything like that where you have multiple monsters. My whole thing is, like, for me, Halloween is about monsters. And in particular, classic monsters. Dracula, Frankenstein, the Wolfman, the Mummy. And to have them all together, that's what I like with Halloween. And that's what I'm going to try to do with Halloween. I'm going to try to, Halloween Day, Thursday, I'm going to watch all monster team-up movies when monsters team up. Do you like Nightmare on Elm Street? I like the original Nightmare on Elm Street. I like the original first one from 1984. And I also like Nightmare on Elm Street 3, Dream Warriors. And I know a theater that is going to play those two. Those are the two best by far. Most fans think so. Jack Jones, that sang the Love Boat theme song, passed away. Yep. I'm going to start wrapping this up pretty soon, folks. So just a few more questions or comments. Are you going to dress up for Halloween? Yeah, I was thinking I would go as Danny Ambrosi. No, just kidding. No, just kidding. Did you like Ghostbusters? I saw it in a movie theater in Greenwich Village in New York City on a date with a girl I was dating, at the time. And it was okay. It was I think I liked it. I don't remember very much, but I liked it. I've never seen a Nightmare Before Christmas. No, I know what it is, but no, I never saw it. And Tim Burton, I'm not happy with Tim Burton after how he destroyed Planet of the Apes. Mhm. What do you think of The Walking Dead with Boris Karloff? I've never seen that one. Saw it was coming out on Blu-ray. I may pick it up. Well, see, Tanner, I don't know your taste. Do you generally like old movies like Karloff, Frankenstein, those kind of things? If you do, I'd recommend it. But don't get confused thinking it's going to be like The Walking Dead, like the zombie TV show. Because what it is basically it's a combination of a gangster movie. It has to do with gangsters, and Karloff is brought back to life as a living dead thing, and he kind of goes after the gangsters to kill them. That's kind of what it is. I think it's good, but you have to have the right taste. Never saw Beetlejuice. Never saw Beetlejuice 1 either. I have never seen anything of Beetlejuice, to tell you the truth. So, all right, getting near the end. It's getting very near the end. It's getting very near the end. Oh yeah, I'm a fan of the Universal monster movies for sure. Good man. Some of my favorite movies, so it's one I'm definitely interested. Oh, you have to. A big Karloff fan. Oh, it's a no-brainer. You got to see it. All right, folks, I'm going to end this now. Thank you. Thank you all for being here. I'm going to do this again next Sunday if everything goes the way I plan. I'll be doing this again about the same time, anywhere from 9 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. Probably 9:30, more like 9:30 a.m. Be here again. I don't know yet. I may be here again Tuesday night too. I may do this Tuesday night. In fact, I think I will. So just watch my channel. Stay subscribed, hit the bell, the notifications, and be on the lookout to see if I put on the notice that I'm going to be live. I appreciate everybody's comments and thoughts of good health and everything like that. I'm telling you, I'm still not the wine, but I'm just saying I just feel lousy in here. It should be better by now. It's almost a week, for God's sake. But who knows why? And I will be in touch. So anyway, I may be here Tuesday night again, even though that's kind of close. Yeah. All right, everybody. Talk soon. See ya.